How's it going? Good. All right, we'll get ready with Oklahoma. We have Coach Patty Gasso with athletes Grace Lyons, Haley Lee, and Alex Storako. Reminder, please silence your phones and then give your name and affiliation when you do ask a question. Patty, do you maybe have an opening statement you'd like to give? Or?
Oh, just blessed to be here again. Never gets old. So excited to get started.
Opening questions now. Just front row right here, Jesse.
Jesse Crittenden, OU Insider. Patty, you just mentioned you've had several teams here. You've had teams that win, but maybe what has stood out about this year's team and the way they've, gotten here?
I think just it started as a very diverse group, a lot of different backgrounds, different cultures, and almost unsure what it was going to blend like. And they did such a significant effort into creating this culture that they really gravitated to, where I don't know if they found each other on the street that they would all be best friends, but when you put them in a room and you put softball in front of them, they've created this connection like nothing I've seen. And it is still kind of amazing because they're so different. Even each one up here is so completely different than the other, yet they found a way to blend this entire team in, and it's been really amazing to watch.
Go front row on the right here.
Nick Coppola, OU Daily. I got a question for Alex and Coach. I want to ask you just about Jen Rocha, you guys as a pitching coach. For both of you, just what's you guys' relationship like with her? And for Alex, how does she just help you out in your career? And Patty, have you been able to just keep you here for so long?
Yeah, Coach Rocha has been great in just kind of being that, I guess, mother within the bullpen. She's been great at just leading us not only as pitchers but also as people too, and I think that is a big aspect to our bullpen and how we communicate with each other, how we work together on and off the field, and the way that she's able to work with us is a huge part of our success.
I recruited Jen Rocha at a high school when I was coaching at Long Beach City College, and then I got the job at OU. She stayed at Long Beach City, and then I recruited her to come to OU. So I've been with her since my beginnings. And when she left, went on to Wichita State, and then with Coach Walton off to Florida. When Coach Lombardi left for Oregon, I thought, okay, this is a long shot. I'm going for it. And I went for it and got her back again. So connection has been fantastic. I think she is a perfect blend because JT and I have this head coach, hitting coach, mother-son thing going on. So I need that neutral, balance, calm, cool, sensible to put all of this in order. And so besides that, she is just an outstanding communicator with pitchers. Her style is exceptional, and they gravitate to it.
Sure. Go middle row left here to Ryan.
Ryan Chapman, all Sooners. Patty, you guys played Stanford so early in the season. What, if anything, can you kind of take from that game, seeing as the paths the teams have taken since then?
Not a lot at all, because we're two completely different teams. And I know that they're so much better, and Nija's now in their rotation, and every team starts, you have no idea. We walked in there, I just think if we could remember back to our first weekend, we were looking around like, what's going on? We were not quite ready to play. We thought we were. And I think a lot of teams feel that way. So whether we won or lost, I don't take much from it because we're all so different. And they look different on video in the games that we've seen lately.
Okay, we'll go to middle row right to Jenny.
Hey, Patty. Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman. You obviously live in this softball mad state all the time, but this week I'm wondering what it's like to sort of see, with the series coming here and the attention and the team. Is it any different? Does it feel any different this week, just the ramp up of the way softball is right now in the state?
Not really. I mean, I feel anytime both teams are in, there's more excitement, I would guess. to be quite honest, I don't pay that much attention. I know that everybody's excited about it in state. So, but they've been in it for the last so many years, and we have as well. So I don't know that it feels extra different this time.
Sure, we'll go middle row to the left here to Eli.
Eli Letterman, Tulsa World. I have one for Haley and then one for you, Patty. Haley, there's all you're here to play for this week, and I know how you guys feel. There's one goal, but for yourself, what memories do you have watching this from afar, the World Series, and then getting to be here for yourself a first time? What is that like this week?
Watching it from afar, growing up, this was like my dream come true. You know, you take away the 8-year-old's dream and you make it a reality. Just getting to take this path and getting to experience it with such great players and great teammates, they've really made the journey like the funnest it could have been. I'm very excited to be here. I was watching just the media videos that everybody was getting to do earlier and just kind of taking it in, you know. It's really been a blessing to be here today and to be here with these girls. So I'm excited, and I'm very excited to be here.
Patty, Jenny mentions the ramp up and how big this has gotten, and I asked Lonnie Alameda about this, but she said at the social last night maybe you were still there talking about how to improve, how to grow the game. Mm-hmm. You probably have a long list, but if there was one thing at the top of it, where does the game need to grow in the next 5 years to be better than it is now?
One thing I'd like to see happen is in the regional championship that there's no doubleheaders. I think we need to get rid of doubleheaders completely in postseason. The only time we play doubleheaders is early, like in February and early March, and then they're gone. And then we bring them back, and it's laborsome, especially at the end of the season, to be on a field for that long. So that's something I would talk about. I haven't really put a lot of thought into it, but there's lots of things I put my head to. But it's nice to talk to other coaches and kind of hear their narratives as well.
We'll go front row to here to Eric.
Eric Bailey with the Tulsa World. I have a question for Alex and a question for Patty. Alex, from day one when you stepped on campus with this program, can you talk us through seeing the fan support, seeing the kids wanting autographs, and now it'll probably be at another level these next couple days. What's this journey been like for you? And then for Patty, if you can just talk a little bit about the role models that these kids are. We talk about it all the time, but still it seems like it's even more now because you guys are even under the spotlight more.
Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma, as I was getting recruited here, even just kind of seeing that almost different world that we kind of have with, you know, how our fans follow us and, you know, the details that are known and just the excitement that's around us kind of 365. And it's really, really fun to kind of be able to outwardly express that kind of passion and excitement and emotion because you see that within us and in our team and how we play, and it's cool to see it kind of reciprocated. I mean, playing last weekend at Marita Hines and seeing and hearing how loud and passionate our fans were, it was just kind of a mirror of what we were in the dugout and on the field and every play. So I think that's another big thing that's going to grow the game is when you have fans that can buy into your program and buy into the players that are representing that kind of school. So when you have that and you have softball on the TV all day, I mean, that's so exciting for me because I feel like even in my college career in the past 5 years, the difference from my freshman year to now is, I mean, 0 to 100. So it's been really, really cool to be a part of a big growth and growing step of the game, which is really, really fun.
I think I got it. So, grace is grace. The word grace. Cool, calm, thought-provoked. She's the settler. She is the, hear me, listen to me. She's one of the longest standing in our program, her and Grace Green. So her experience shows, and when she speaks, everything gets quiet and everybody listens. So it's like having easily another coach on the field. Alex, fun personality, big smile, joyful style, focused, but really passionate when she gets what she wants, fun to watch. This one right here is a treasure. And in a weird way, I'm proud of myself because when we faced Haley at Texas A&M, it was a nightmare. There are certain hitters when they come up, I'm like, oh no, oh man. And I know Roach is feeling the same way. And that was Haley. When I saw that she was on the portal, I didn't know her, but I was trying to kind of judge her. And so I had to see a lot of girls with a lot of tattoos and so forth, right? And I heard that she drives a motorcycle. I'm like, okay, this could be a major problem. I don't know if this is gonna fit. And it's actually Grace Lyons and I'm like, I've gotta call her. I'm not gonna do this. I've gotta call her. And when I got on the phone, it was just a sweet voice and a wonderful conversation. She came in on a visit. It was Grace and I were like the only ones in town. And she came on campus with her mother and her grandmother, and sitting with her, and this is gonna be weird, but kind of fell in love with her personality and just so happy that I wasn't so lame to say, oh no, I don't wanna do that. But okay, I'm gonna say this to you, because you have a career in like cartoon voices. Because she is in the dugout, she's not on the field all the time, and she's near me enough that there are so many different voices coming out of her from, I'm not even make you imitate any, but it is a trip. I keep looking down like, who is making that sound? And it's this one right here. So all of them bring some unique, genuine wonderfulness to this team.
We'll go to Myron, back row on the right.
Myron Patton, Fox 25. Patty, you stole my question because I was going to ask Grace, since she's been here the longest, you talk about the different cultures. Did the softball cut through all of that? Because you've seen a lot, you had a lot of different teammates. How did you guys kind of blend and make it work on the field?
What's so special about college softball is you do get a new class each year. I know growing up in travel ball, you kind of play with the same group all the way through. And college is awesome because, you're there for a mission of 4, and we got 5 years, so little extra year, but you always get a new group. Every single year, the team is different, and you kind of have to figure out how you guys want to rally each year and coming up with maybe just like a team dynamic that will change slowly. We still stick to that championship mindset. That's just how the Sooner program is, and the legacy has left it. But each year is so unique, and I think it goes to just, one, the type of players coach recruits, just so open and kind and welcoming to everyone. We're all competitors, but I think the human side is something that's special that we don't really give much credit to, of how everyone is so unique, but we really rally around the fact that we're people too, and we have hobbies and passions, and a lot of us have a strong faith in the Lord, and I think that's something that's important to a lot of us, knowing that it's so much bigger than what happens on the field, and that's something that brings it into perspective for all of us, that yes, these 4 or 5 years are awesome, but what are we going to do after? How are we going to be after? Coach prepares us to turn into women after, to become wives and moms and things like that, that goes way beyond this sport. So I think just that perspective allows us to be welcoming to everyone, invite all different personalities, and everyone can feel like themselves in the dugout, in the locker room, on the field.
Sure. We'll go front row left, Ryan here.
Ryan Aber from the Oklahoma, and I have a question for first Patty and then the players. First, Patty, you mentioned Kennedy from Stanford. Was wondering if you ran across her in the recruiting trail, and if so, what do you remember about her then, how that went, and then what particularly stands out to you about her as a pitcher this year?
Yes, I did. And I will just stop right there. She's not here. So she was a great athlete, great hitter, really good pitcher. She has really grown as maybe more from a thrower to a pitcher. Probably around her junior year and going into her senior year, she started to really dominate some teams. And Stanford's done a great job with her. So I have seen her. I've known her for a long time. She used to come to camps a lot. Wonderful family, wonderful girl. I'm happy for her, and their coaching staff has done a really good job with her and developing her into a really outstanding pitcher.
Appreciate it, Patty. And then Haley and Grace, I was going to ask you about her, but had to pivot a little bit with something Patty said. First of all, what do you remember about that first meeting between the two of you? And Haley, tell us about the motorcycles.
Well, for starters, you ride a motorcycle. You don't really drive it, but I'm not going to go into too deep of that. But long story short, my grandma used to ride motorcycles in the day, and she had one in her garage, and she was offering up to my guy cousins, and I'm like, well, Grandma, why can't I have it? Like, I'll take it from you. And my parents were like, no, but I'm kind of hard-headed, so I went and scheduled me a class anyways, paid for it and everything, and I was like, it's non-refundable, so I'm gonna go. And then got my license, took the bike to get fixed, and then I just started riding. So it's really fun, it's really freeing. The weather in Norman's not always the best, but when it is, I'm out there, so it's fun. Yeah.
And in that first meeting between you and Grace, and interested in both y'all's perspectives on that.
Well, I was a little nervous. I don't know if they knew or not, but so I was a little more kind of not reserved, but a little quieter than normal. And then as we kind of went on and I got to learn more about each of them, I really started to get comfortable and just started to kind of express and really just show off my personality. And it was really fun, you know. I got to see the family side of everyone, and I really drew and connected with that, so I was really excited. And family's really big to me, so just getting to be with that and getting to really grasp that was very important for me as well.
That's all the time we have for Oklahoma. Thank you to Patty, Grace, Haley, and Alex.
Thank you all.